have you ever imagined what would happen assuming Earth stopped spinning? Would that be the end of Earth as a planet? Could it be that we would no longer be safe on Earth and we would be at a huge risk?
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Dose. So, let's dive in.
You can click on the notification button and don't forget to subscribe for more educative, inspiring, and entertaining videos. For a billion of years, Earth has been rotating on its axis, and its rotation is at 1,000 miles per hour. Its rotation is the reason why we have day and night. Now imagine if our planet stopped spinning. Apparently, we could have a day that would last up to 6 months and likewise night. That would be totally odd. As humans, we have biological circadian rhythms which we are used to and rely on to carry out our daily activities. If the Earth stopped spinning, not only humans would be affected. Other living things such as trees, bees, and a lot more creatures would have to face the adverse effects. The biological circadian rhythms processes are like drives that tell us when to sleep and when to be awake. If our planet stops today, it would alter these cycles which could destroy biological creatures' normal behavior patterns. Talking about the equator, if the Earth stopped spinning today, those living near the equator are definitely going to be thrown eastwards at a speed of 1,000 miles per hour, and it wouldn't just be humans alone. Trees, houses, and more would also be launched as well. Try imagining that. You could even be faced with tsunamis and storms if you weren't launched to a different region. This is because if this happens, it wouldn't stop Earth's atmosphere from spinning, and this event would create winds that would beat a greater part of the Earth's surface with storms greater than our expectations. Earth's rotation influences our atmosphere. If our planet stopped rotating, you would see significant changes in the way air currents move. The wind patterns we experience have their roles they play in driving temperatures and rainfall worldwide. Changes in the air currents could give drastic results. Already, there are noticeable signs concerning weather changes around the globe, but this doesn't mean it has something to do with the Earth stopping rotation. However, if it does, then it would be disastrous for organisms that dwell in specific environments. It could even result into deserts taking over places which were initially forests. If the Earth stopped spinning today, there would be a great temperature difference between day and night. Days would get much more warmed up while nights would get colder, and remember that an end to the Earth's rotation would mean we would have daytime lasting half a year and spending the other half of the year as night. The large temperature difference between day and night would give strong winds, and these winds would transfer warm air towards the cooler nighttime side of our planet. Additionally, these strong winds would also blow from the warm regions around the equator to the cold polar regions. Well, it's a good thing that our Earth is still rotating, and this explains why the wind is deflected sideways. The Earth's core is partially molten iron. The rotating motion of the Earth converts this molten iron into a magnet. It also gives our planet a magnetic field. We are protected by the Earth core against harmful radiation coming from the sun and cosmic rays from outside the solar system. The magnetic field plays a role here by stopping the radiation from reaching us and hits the Earth's atmosphere, giving the aurora. The significance of the magnetic field cannot be underestimated. If there happened to be no magnetic field, this harmful radiation would hit the Earth's surface, giving a disastrous outcome. The magnetic field plays another role in creating pathways for some birds, helping them find their way around. An end to the Earth's spin would make such birds get lost. Recently there have been reports that the Earth's core has stopped spinning. How true could this be? On the 23rd of January, 2023, there were reports that the Earth's inner core may have stopped spinning. It didn't just end there. The two scientists who conducted this study, Yi Yang and Xiaodong Song from Peking University's Sinoprobe lab in Beijing, also suggested that the Earth could be reversing and going the other way. Could the Earth really have changed its direction of spin? According to Yang and Song, they made observations which indicated that the inner core has almost ceased its rotation in the recent decade and may be having a reverse motion and a multi-decadal oscillation, with another turning point in the early 1970s. If the Earth stopped spinning, the aftermath would be catastrophic. Have you ever imagined the Earth stopping its rotation with people on planes surviving only the first few seconds and then getting killed by the enormous storms that would come right after the stop point? Yes! You heard that right. I bet you couldn't get to picture it all in your mind, cause it wouldn't be a pleasant sight to see. An end to the Earth's spin could also make the speed of the wind so high that it would, with immediate action, start fires all around our planet. Additionally, it would create unprecedented erosion to anything that is a part of the Earth's crust. So many creatures would get killed if the Earth were to stop rotating. Have you ever imagined the great damage the radioactive rays would do to our planet? Not only would it cause a hazardous rising temperature to a part of the Earth, the other half of our planet would freeze. Totally scary, isn't it? I bet you understand what that means. Of course, no one would want to get killed by the radioactive rays, and none would also love to get frozen. A sudden stop to the Earth's rotation with the atmosphere in rotation would uproot all the masses on Earth, make them circle around the planet, and land them at another spot across the planet. The Earth bulges at the poles due to centrifugal force experienced by it, and this explains why all the ocean's water would flow towards them, leaving a large single continent at the equator. An overflow of water would make most part of the world get submerged, with Africa being the least affected. When this happens, the equatorial and tropical regions would experience drought, and if there is any existing life left on the planet, such life would be so unlucky as there would be no vegetation. This means any existing life left on Earth will be deprived of food. If the Earth stops rotating today, what would happen to the Moon? Let's talk about the consequences on the Moon assuming the Earth stops spinning. Note that there is hardly any chance for the Earth to stop spinning, but if it does, there would be hardly any effect on the Moon. It would keep orbiting just as it has always been doing. Currently, the Earth's rotation is faster than the Moon, and this explains why the Moon moves slowly away from Earth. If the Earth's rotation happens to stop, the Moon will begin to move towards the Earth and would make the Earth to begin rotating again. The tidal interaction of the Moon in its orbit around the Earth has its effects on the Earth by slowing down the Earth's rotation over the previous 4 billion years, and the Moon has captured this rotational energy and has boosted it into a higher orbit. Assuming our planet stopped rotating, the Moon would be left with no rotational energy to capture, but the good news is that ain't gonna happen. What can make the Earth's rotation to stop? We've been looking at the consequences of the Earth's rotation coming to a halt. Why don't we discuss what can bring about this event? As the Earth rotates, these bulges move across our planet's surface similar to a wave-like movement, pushing against the Earth's spin. This occurrence slows down the Earth's spin and makes each day lengthen by 1 second every 50,000 years. The Earth is unlikely to stop anytime soon, at least for the next billion of years. The Earth can't just decide to stop rotating one day. If it stops rotating, then there must be a reason for it, and the only reason is if another planet crashed into it. What happens if the Earth stops spinning for 40 seconds? If the Earth stops spinning for 40 seconds, we would have a day 40 seconds longer. However, since it's just for 40 seconds, the bulge will not completely vanish before the Earth begins rotating again. Nevertheless, the effect will be enough to create flood, including gigantic tsunami, which would last for the 40 seconds. When the 42 seconds are over, the bulge will reappear and the flooding will retreat, but this doesn't signify a positive outcome from it, as there will be more havoc than expected. Similar to the effects there would be if the Earth was to stop spinning for a day, the same effects it would be if the Earth was to stop rotating for 40 seconds, and likewise, for 10 seconds. There would be flood, rise and fall in temperatures, radioactive rays, tsunamis, amongst other disastrous effects that would last for the estimated period of time. Well, you don't need to panic. We still have our planet rotating and not quitting spinning. Well, at least not anytime soon. We've come to the end of this video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring, entertaining, and educative videos. Don't forget to click on the notification button. Also, let's know your views in the comment section. Thanks for watching.